Okay, it's Chris Metcalf with the Daily News and the Livingston County News. I have Avon Athletic Director Andy Englert here, and we're going to talk about 6 Section 5 championships. I got to tell you, Andy, in 18 years as the athletic director, have you ever seen a successful 6-season sectional titles like this year?
Yeah, no, it's one of the rare years to be able to have that, and I can go back and we've had many sectional championships. In 2015, that team was, a lot of those kids were really performing in a lot of their programs, and this year was just a special just because you had 4 different seasons. You didn't know if you're going to have a season, and then all of a sudden, the kids just, kicked into gear. I wear a wristband that says E+R=O. The event response is outcome, and the kids responded, and the outcome was great.
So in a second, we're going to meet those 6 teams. Girls soccer, cheerleading, boys basketball, football, baseball, softball. 6 Section 5 championships. You got a list of some other accomplishments that you guys had this year. Coach, can you give them to us?
Yeah, I look at the other things too. Is we had 4 other teams that were runner-ups this year. Girls basketball, swimming and diving, girls track, our lacrosse team with Livonia that has merged. Those teams were in sectional championships, and that's something with them that is special because they were right there. They battled hard to the end.
You know what? Before you go any farther, you also had some student athlete teams.
Yeah, we had a lot of student athlete teams. I was over 11 teams this year with student athletes. So, girls soccer, boys soccer, cross country, boys and girls, swimming and diving, hockey, boys basketball, girls basketball, wrestling, cheerleading, volleyball, not including the spring sports yet. The grades are due this week. In county championships, we had girls soccer, girls soccer, girls basketball, boys basketball, swimming and diving, cheerleading, volleyball, baseball, girls track were all, county championships in their division. So, a lot of good things that happened. I think we had like 4 or 5 students that were on 3 sectional championship teams, and we had multiple kids that did all 4 seasons. So I think that was pretty neat for those guys to go through it.
Coach, did you have any 3-sport winners for sectional titles?
Yeah, I think Andrew Rowland, Michael Rowland, Hudson Volpe, I might be forgetting one, were 3-sport championship athletes. Yeah.
The question I have is, do you ever get any complaints from the community about all those fire trucks every year, every season?
It's one of those things. It was kind of weird this year. We held 5 sectional championships out of the 6 right here, just the way postseason worked, and they had higher seed. So, we had to be creative with that and actually have the trucks meet us here, take us back out through the town, go down through the circle. But, credit to the Avon Fire Department and the East Avon Fire Department to support us. And, they've always, Chris and Brian have always done a great job just to respond back to the kids and making sure that they had the full experience with it. So we're very lucky and blessed this year.
We're going to meet those 6 teams right after this, Coach. All right, welcome here, Section 5 champion, Avon Lady Braves. This is sponsored by Remedy Intelligence Staffing. We want to thank them for sponsoring. Lady Braves from Avon, 15-0 season, outscored their opponents 70-7, won another championship. We got head coach Caitlin Benetti and her junior star, Ellie Cochran here, who also, by the way, is one of our co-athletes of the year. Give it up for her, guys, huh? So, Coach, going into this season, you didn't even know you're going to have a season.
Mm-hmm.
How fun was it?
It was a lot of fun. Like you said, though, I didn't know if tomorrow was going to happen. The girls made the best of it. They did a lot of individual workouts on their own. Things were definitely different. But now looking back, I think it's going to be one of those seasons that we never forget. One of the most memorable seasons we've ever had.
Ellie, can you talk about how special this season was with a lot of seniors on this team? Obviously, you're going to miss them next year, but how special was it to win that title?
It was really special coming back for our 3rd title and winning again. And it was just, we were really lucky to be able to even have a season, which made us work harder, and it was just great to go out with a win for our seniors.
Coach, last thing I want to ask about, because you guys and the cheerleaders, I believe, probably could win a state title, a New York State title. I had you guys maybe winning it this year. Does that matter to you, or, that you didn't have a chance to win a state title like other programs have had in the past, or do you kind of like this was okay because we had a season? How do you look at that?
I definitely think that that's something that sits with us, the what ifs, if we were able to continue to go on. But I think this year we learned how lucky we were to just have tomorrow, and we didn't take anything for granted. We were lucky with it. We got to play in the fall, and we saw, our friends that are on the volleyball team, and they didn't get their season, so we didn't take any day for granted. We worked really hard, and I think, like Ellie said, that pushed us and motivated us to get that block and bring it home to Avon this year. So we're always going to wonder, but at the end of the day, we're grateful for what we were given.
Section 5 champions, that's something they can never take away from you, Coach. You're going to miss those seniors for sure, but we want to congratulate them on an awesome year, one of 6 championships here at Avon. Okay, here we are with the Avon Cheerleaders. This segment sponsored by Julie Pingrazio, the Howard Hanna Realtors. We want to thank her for the sponsor. And this is number 2 of 6 championships this year at Avon High School. The cheerleaders, imagine that, the cheerleaders won another sectional, their 21st Section 5 championship, Coach.
Yeah, that's right.
How about that, girls? Good. Coach, how special was this season that you guys won another Section 5 block?
It was special just because it was such a short season, and the girls were just truly excited to even have the season. And from day one, they just came out and they knew what they wanted to do. And within 4 weeks, they were performing and doing really well. So I was super proud.
Maggie, a senior here on the team. Maggie, how excited was it to get that title, not knowing you were going to have a season?
It was a lot of fun, especially getting to meet so many new people on the team. We had a bond like no other team I've had before. It was really nice. It was a lot of fun.
Coach, not only Section 5 champions, LCAA grand champions of other things. What other? Do you win everything grand champions?
No.
Well, that's what I always say. I'm so used to putting the word grand champions in front of you guys, right?
Yeah.
How special is it, to kind of keep this tradition going for you guys?
I think it's, it's totally the girls. They wanna, do what the team before them did and not let them down, and they know the legacy and they love being a part of it. And I have new girls this year, and with such a short season, they stepped up and they carried on the tradition, huh, Kim?
Introduce your grandchild right here.
This is Kinley Kibinski.
Kinley! Oh, there we go. She's fun. Listen, so we're going to invite you to stick around too. Is after we're done, the cheerleaders are going to put on a quick routine so everybody in the area can watch what they do. Okay, so we want to welcome you guys back in a little while. Congratulations, girls. All right, here we are again with the 3rd of 6 Section 5 championships from the Avon Braves. And the boys basketball segment is sponsored by Smith Lumber. So, Coach, your 3rd championship as a program for as long as you've been here, you got a state title as well. You've probably never seen a season as crazy as this one this year. You guys won a title.
Yeah, it was nuts. We honestly didn't even think we'd have a season early in the year. So, a lot of obstacles, but it ended up the right way for us.
Let's go back to that sectional championship game. Jaden on the end here hit the big 3-pointer to tie it, to take him into overtime. Coach, what was going when he's shooting that ball out there about 25 feet away? What was going through your mind?
Let's pick the stuff up. It's over. No, just kidding. No, you hope that you just hope at that point you get a shot, and you hope it goes your way, and it went in, and then your focus has got to be, okay, we got to play overtime now. Except for Colvin, who didn't know that we actually tied the game. He was ready to cry. So.
Okay, well, Andrew Rowland is one of our captains here. He's a junior here. Andrew, just take me through. You didn't know you were going to have a season. You're going to have a season, and not only that, but you won a Section 5 title.
It was crazy. I mean, going into December, we weren't allowed to do much in the gym, and then come season time, all of a sudden, February 1st, we're starting practice, and we were right into it. So it was crazy.
Coach, can you just kind of sum up, the whole season in general? Just how did we get here?
Basketball was the one I never thought. I mean, we missed last spring season, so I never thought we'd have an indoor season. And what Andrew said, we got together in December just trying to give the kids something to do to keep a little hope. I mean, honestly, I thought most of us probably figured it wasn't going to happen. And then, like, a switch is flipped and they say you can play, and it's, right into the season. You had, like 7 or 8 days of practice, and you start your games, and you're dealing with, filling out forms, and before you know it, it's sectionals, and it's just like, the greatest thing was we got to do it on our home floor. We got to play all of our games on our home floor and win a sectional title at home.
Awesome. They won the Section 5 championship right on their home court, the third of 6 Section 5 titles for Avon Braves. Andrew, you got a young team. You only had 3 seniors. You got a lot of kids coming back. Can you do it again next year?
I think so. I mean, it's going to take a lot of work in the off season. Got a target on our back, but I mean, it can be done.
It can be done. They proved that this year. Avon Braves, number 3 of 6. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Okay, here we are with the 4th of 6 Section 5 championships this year. One in Avon, the football program here. Coach, won another Section 5 championship on a season that we didn't know was even going to happen, Coach. Coach Englert, just talk about how special this season was.
Yeah, I think it was one of those seasons, so it was definitely different, crazy, and we didn't know really if we were going to have a season, and then all of a sudden the switch came on, and we did a lot of things during the off season on Google Meets and online stuff and inserts, and the one thing is that we had the opportunity for the season, and it was successful.
Roman, speaking of seasons, one of the captains here, one of the few seniors, Coach. You got a lot of seniors, but you got a lot of kids coming back to Roman. You're not going to be back. How special was winning that title right here on this field?
It was very special. You see those in movies where, winning the title on your home field, and to be able to do that as a senior the last game is something truly special for all the seniors who have played here, their whole careers, and to end like that, there's nothing better.
Yeah, I got to tell you, you had a hell of a game in that finals too. Not many people, Coach, on their own field in the sectional finals, and seniors get to have that kind of game.
Yeah, the Roman really, performed that day, and our offensive line and all the other guys around him stepped up, and Roman just was on key with everything. And the neat thing with all this here, Chris, is 5 teams out of the 6 played here in championship games on our own field. Even cheerleaders we hosted.
5 championships right here in Avon. Never been done before, obviously. But Roman, just the fact that you had a season, you got whipped in your senior night. Let's be honest, that was a whipping, Oakfield. Yeah. You turn around 2 weeks later and you're holding the trophy. I mean, how cool is that?
That's awesome. You tell the guys, like, I'd rather lose than in the sectionals, and a loss like that, you learn from it. Whether if you're winning a lot, you might not be learning from it. So you learn from that, and you come back, and you're able to play another day, and you're looking forward to tomorrow. We get to practice, we get to get after it, and something like that's special.
I mean, you didn't win the title. You whipped Alexander 42-7.
No, we just had high cylinders that day, and Coach Sawyers does a nice job at Alexander, and we played him earlier in the season, and just to have them back here, and they had some guys back, we just, again, we played a great football game, and it took a great team effort to come out on top.
The 4th of 6 Section 5 titles. Mr. Englert, kind of feels good. 6 titles in this little town?
Yeah.
How did that happen? That's a lot of fire trucks, brother.
There was a lot of fire trucks, a lot of planning on that, and credit to the kids that they had the opportunity to perform and play, and credit to our seniors that had the chance to be a part of this.
And we want to thank the Hudson Street Studios for sponsoring this part of the segment with football. And we want to thank you guys for watching. Congratulations to the football guys.
Thank you.
So here we are with the Avon Lady Braves. This segment is sponsored by the Cheryl Fag and Howard Hanna Realtors. We want to thank them for sponsoring. Coach, you guys went into the season, or the postseason, 7-7. You were battle tested because you played in a tough league. You crushed the opponents in the sectionals. I mean, just talk about that. I mean, that was a magical season you guys had. Their first one in Avon for softball.
Well, it was magical, and the 7-7 was due in part not only to the tough competition, but we also started slowly. We were 2-4, and quite frankly, not playing real well. We had a lot of errors, a lot of unearned runs, and we weren't hitting well. And as a result, we were really struggling to find victories. And to the credit of all of these girls, they actually approached our coaching staff and asked if they could come in early on game days and put in extra time.
Extra time?
Not only for home games, but for away games.
I love it.
So every game day, they came in an hour early. They would hit, they would field, get all that extra practice in, then we would get on a bus and we would go to a game. And the result of that was basically a semifinal game in which we had 16 hits, a final game in which we had 13 hits, no errors in either game, and I really can't think of a more deserving group than this group. I got to say, I can't be more proud of them in terms of the time, the dedication, the work. They're just a very deserving group.
You know, I got to tell you, outscored the opponents 34-6 in the postseason, as dominant as ever. I went to 3 of those games, and I got to tell you, you guys were playing very well. And that championship game, Jolie, no hitter, bunch of strikeouts, 0 hits. Just talk about that effort from your team and yourself.
Yeah, definitely. It wouldn't have happened without my team behind me, and as Coach was saying, we had a slow start, but towards the end we definitely got a lot better, and it gave me more confidence on the mound to know my team had my back, and the coaches were definitely putting all the pieces together to get us that win.
You know, you had a great season, Coach. We want to congratulate the Avon Lady Braves. The first ever, Coach, you can never take that away. The first ever, it's always going to be the first ever right here, this group. 10-0 in the finals over Bloomfield. Congratulations to the Lady Braves softball program.
Braves on 3, 1, 2, 3, Braves!
All right, here we are with the 6th of 6 Avon's championships. You know, unbelievable season, Coach Freeze. And, you know, this is the baseball team. 1-0, 9-inning win over Addison, Coach. I saw you guys play the first game of the season against Hornell. And I said, how the heck are these guys going to compete for a title? And they did. Coach, amazing. It was the 5th Section 5 title for the boys baseball program. And Jake Jones, senior pitcher over here, the left-hander. Coach, take us through the season. We didn't know we were going to have a season. You lost last season. How just sum it up for us.
You know, by the time we got to baseball, we knew we were going to have a season. We were able to prepare, and it was tough because the you know, fall 2 season with football was still going on. So, and with the COVID protocols being in the gym a little bit, we were practicing like different waves. We had us and our JVs in one wave, and then the football guys in another wave coming in. And our football team was so successful. They won on Saturday, and we played our first game on Monday against Hornell, and we didn't look good. No.
That explains the Hornell.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Jake, just talk about that season, a dream season for you. You're going to be going on to pitch at Niagara County Community College. 1-0 in the finals on your home field. How special was that day?
I mean, winning sectionals on our home field was a dream. I mean, you never really imagined that you'd be able to play a sectional final game on your home field. So that whole feeling was surreal, especially with the crowd and the atmosphere that we played in.
Coach, you know, this is 6 championships from a little small community like Avon. You guys being number 6. Can you put that into words?
Not really. I mean, it's a great community. It really is, in so many different ways. I mean, they support everything you do. I mean, you walk out of here tonight, and there'll be people out here on the field doing little mini soccer and, you know, Little League, and I mean, they're just so, and it's not just athletics. It's so many other things, you know, to play, and we'll have drama kids here all summer doing productions, and it's just a great community to live in. We didn't think it was going to be easy. We knew we'd have to play, and you know, and the county always prepares you for sectionals. When you come out of Livingston County, you know, and you run, you know, you look at teams from other counties, we always know we're well prepared.
So, Coach, we want to congratulate you. We want to thank Minahans for sponsoring this segment. Number 6 Section 5 championships right here in Avon. That's a lot of fire trucks, guys. Congratulations. Great season.
Thank you very much.